Welcome back to another episode of Tips, Tricks, and Takeaways. My name is John Butterworth, and today we're going to be looking at how to mic a cajon. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Tips, Tricks, and Takeaways. This show is an opportunity for me to share some wisdom and some tidbits from my journey playing drums. And hopefully you are entertained and maybe learn a little something here and there. Today we are talking about a couple different options on how to mic a cajon. First off, what is a cajon? They're a box-looking instrument. We've come to know them as percussion instruments that we use when there's not enough room for a drum set, or we're in a situation where a drum set is too loud. But the cajon was actually invented in Peru. Cajon in Spanish actually means crate or drawer, but in this case we're talking crate. They were invented by slaves who worked on the Peru docks. They would actually make rhythms and play beats on shipping containers, hence the name cajon. It's a really unique instrument. It looks like a box, you sit on it, and the front of the cajon is usually a much thinner piece of wood with some sort of snare element on the inside of it. Because of that, there are many dynamic ranges and many sounds you can get out of a cajon. That being said, that makes it a little interesting to mic it. I have a couple different options that I've found have worked for me. One option is using a 2-mic method. I like to use a Audix D6 or any bass drum mic. I use this on the back on the port, which I'll show you in a second. And then on the front, using a snare drum mic, I'm using an Audix i5. That is the 2-mic method, or what I've come to really enjoy using is simply using a boundary mic. This is the Audix ADX60. This is a slightly easier option. I'm going to show them both to you. Let's go hear how they sound. The snare drum is a staple of every drum set. The reason why they're called snare drums is because there is a set of wires on the bottom of the drum that look like hunting snares used to catch small animals. It gives the snare drum the signature sound, but can be taken off with what we call a snare throw-off, which turns the drum into a tom-tom. Having the snares on make the drum sound cool, but when you're not playing, they can cause sympathetic vibrations, which are super annoying. So if you're not playing the drum set, make sure you turn the snares off. Okay, welcome back. So we are looking at miking a cajon. This is a cajon. As you can see, it looks like a box. You can get some really cool sounds out of this though. And again, like I said before, the hard part I found for drummers or for sound engineers is capturing the dynamics of this drum. So the first technique I'm going to show you that I found has worked for me is a 2-mic setup. I like to use a kick drum mic to catch the low end in the back and a snare drum mic to catch the nuances and the snare kind of snappy sound on the front faceplate. So as you can see, there's a port in the back, and this is where we're going to put our kick drum mic. And the snare mic is going to go right in the front to catch the nuances. I'm also using Audix mics. I'm a big fan of Audix just because they are pre-EQ'd. which for someone like me who is just a drummer, I like the idea of just being able to plug and play and not have to worry with too much EQ here or there. So these are just fantastic mics. And then for a Cajon, I am using a Pearl boombox. A lot of Cajons are made out of wood, and this is actually made out of fiberglass. Not only does it not get affected by temperature swings, but it's also a lot louder, and I'm able to get a lot more bass low end out of it. So I've just found it's been helpful in live settings. So this is what a Cajon sounds like with just the kick drum mic on. And this is what it sounds like with just the front head mic on. And then together. Again, you're just able to catch a lot of the dynamics and a lot of the low end and high end with these two mics. Okay, so this is my preferred method of miking a Cajon. This is called a boundary mic, and a lot of drummers or sound engineers use these as a inside the kick drum mic. You just pop it right in. You're able to get a lot of high end and low end out of this mic. It's a condenser mic. It uses phantom power. So the cool thing with this mic is all you have to do, plug it in, and then you can just drop it in the back of your Cajon. There are now no mics around you to worry about hitting, which is super cool. So check this out. This is miking a Cajon with a boundary mic. So these are some options when it comes to miking a Cajon. It's a super cool instrument, really, really versatile, and just something that's good you can throw in the back of your car and take with you wherever you go. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Tips, Tricks, and Takeaways. If you like what you saw today, if you learned something about Cajons, about snare drums, if you want to see more episodes, all you got to do is give me a follow, give this video a like, share with your friends, and make sure to tune in next week. I am starting my series on Ableton, which will be super, super exciting. Once again, this is Tips, Tricks, and Takeaways. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you all very soon.